Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You know what? I did not plan on coming on here today. And sometimes I really think, I'd be like, dang, I wish I would talk to y'all more often, because there's so much that takes place in my life and it just happens so fast. Like all the time. Like by the time I talk to y'all, it's a whole new set of whatever, right? So I was just thinking about some things. One of the things I'm thinking about is, I put out the video about my landlord tenant woes, right? And so I've been getting a lot of comments, a lot of positive comments, well, a lot of great advice, a lot of things, right? And everybody's on the same page, which, I wasn't sure if people were going to be like, I don't know. But everybody's on the same page, so that's pretty good. And somebody has said, sell it because you're not on top of something to the effect, like, this is not quoted exactly. Maybe I'll leave a picture of the quote. But it's like, sell it because you're not on top of being a landlord. And I'm like, you are absolutely right, boo. Being a landlord is not my ministry, y'all. Actually, I don't want to be on top of anything. I just want to travel. I want to live my life and have it as low maintenance as possible and spend my days traveling and planning travel and organizing travel and things like that. What this person said is true, and I try to take all comments. I try to really take them in and find what I can use from them, find the nuggets, find where I can grow from them and everything. So with this, I was like, you know what? I want to be on top of it. If it's in my life, if it's a part of my life, even if it's the fact that I'm a landlord, I want to be on top of my business. And so one of the ways I go about mentally transitioning to be on top of my business is I like to give thanks to all the areas where I am on top of it. I'm on top of it in so many areas, right? So we can't let this become the definition of who I am. And honestly, I just feel like a lot of things in life just shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be that hard where you have to be on top of it. Like, there are people who have properties that essentially run themselves. But needless to say, I've always known that I've never wanted to be a person amassing properties and managing them or paying a property manager. Anyways, anytime you got to deal with people, there's always something. So I was just like, look at all the ways I'm on top of it and all of the great services that I do have in my life. And one service is my lawn guy. Oh my God, never had an issue with him from day one. He's been cutting my lawn for a good 4 or 5 years. I pay $120 a month. He just went up $5, so it's $125 a month. And what I love is he runs his business. This is his side business the same way I feel like businesses should be run. He does it on his own terms. There's no contract that says, I will cut your lawn every Thursday or every whatever. He says, I cut the lawn as the lawn needs to be cut. Either way, the price is the same. I love it. I respect it. I honor it. And what I also love is there has never been a point where I stepped out my door and looked at the lawn and said, Dad, this lawn need to be cut. Where he coming to cut it? No, the lawn is always magically cut. Always magically low. He is silent. Like, you don't even know when he pops up and when he cuts the lawn. All I know is whenever I take a look, it's like, my lawn is cut. My lawn is cut. I love that service that I get from him. So today's Saturday. And I just walked out. I was walking out my door, but I heard a lawn mower. So I went out there because I was like, well, dag, I was about to leave out the house and I had my checkbook and I said, let me go ahead and pay him. This way I don't have to mail off a payment. Dag, speaking of that, I forgot my stamps at home because I do have a payment to mail off. I guess we'll see what happens. And so when I went out there to talk to him about paying him, I told him about some other things I wanted done, like my bushes being cut down, like lowered, trimmed and things like that. And he was like, do you want me to do the mulching and all of that? And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's just do it all. And then I said, and he was saying, because he know I really do not like my bushes. And he said, well, maybe this year we can just go ahead and just stop pulling them up. And I was like, you're absolutely right. So he said, so around fall, I can start pulling them up and we can talk about what else we want to plant there instead. And I'm like, that is so freaking awesome. Because this way I don't have to look for a service. He already does good work. Even when he cuts the bushes and mulches, he cleans up after himself. Like, I'm telling y'all, because I've had other people do it and they would leave like, yeah, they clean up the big stuff, but you can tell that there's a lot of debris around. So he just takes pride in his work and he just does a good job. Then I was telling him, because I told you guys before that I really want to get my lawn treated and just really do some things. And he was telling, and I was saying that to him, and he said, well, he's not a professional chemist, but he can put down like different treatments, you know, at the different times of the year. And he was explaining to me, like, around fall he does this, around that time he does this, and then he doesn't do anything in the hot summer months because he doesn't want it to burn out the grass. And I just really appreciated that. And he was like, and if you want, I can just add you to the rotation and just start, you know, treating your lawn. It'll be about $45. I'm like, absolutely. Because I did contact a company that does my neighbor's lawn, and I saw their lawn. I was like, oh, their lawn looks pretty decent. I didn't have a chance to talk to the neighbors or to see if they had any issues with them, you know, the service and things like that. But I said, well, let me just reach out to them. Already in reaching out to them, I did not like how they handled me. And they said they left a brochure in my door with the prices, and if I agree, they can have my lawn done by Monday. My thing was, nobody talked to me. Like, what do you mean you left? And I was out of this town. So I was like, well, I texted them back, I'm not in town, so I'm not going to be able to see your brochure until I get back. And then it was like, okay, well, I'll send you a text or something with the prices. And so they sent me a text with like a picture of the prices. And it was like, what does any of this mean? Like, once again, if I'm a homeowner, you have to assume I don't know anything about treating a lawn. Explain to me. And you're doing all this texting back and forth. Why not give me, a future potential customer, a phone call? So that didn't sit right with me, because I said, well, if this is the way they're starting off the business relationship, this is what's going to be happening throughout the relationship, the service. And of course, their service was one of those contracts where as soon as you agree to this, we're charging you forever. Basically, like, this is a 6-month contract, like it or not. So I was just like, I just kind of set on that. And then I ran into my lawn guy this morning. So I'm going to go in that direction. And like I told him, I said, listen, the way this lawn looks, I'm pretty sure you can't mess it up more than what it's already messed up. I trust you. So, yeah. And I was like, just bill me. So anyways, that's that story. Now here's the other story. By trade, by profession, I'm a software tester. I'm a test engineer, right? Some places call it quality assurance engineer for software, right? Software quality assurance engineer. I'm in the IT field. And I say that because throughout my career, which started when I was in the military, I've actually had different gigs in IT. I've worked help desk. I've worked on the hardware side of the house with service and installing those things and troubleshooting computer issues and that sort of thing. I've also worked as a developer. And before I got to this DC area, I was a developer. And that was back in 97, y'all. I say that to say things change. Languages are changing all the time. And it's one of those skill sets that when you don't use it, you lose it, truly. So I've always been the person, though. I've never been married to anything I do in IT because I don't care. Like, my passion has always been creative, has always been writing, has always been creating art, telling stories, the art of telling a story, right? So when it came to being in the IT field, my way of looking at it was always, it pays great money. So, but therefore, my professional me gets to be a benefactor to the creative me, right? I make great money here so that I can do all the other wonderful things I want to do over there that may not pay great money just yet. So that was the way I always looked at it. So therefore, I never cared what I did. If I go for a job and they want to hire me as this in IT, great. Long as it pays what I want to pay. I always went for money first rather than what I want to do. And so I say that to say that when I ended up working in this DC metro area, I believe, what did I start working as? I can't even remember, y'all. But somewhere along the way, I became a help. What did I start doing? Oh, I became a tester, duh. But I didn't originally get hired as a tester. I feel like I got hired as documentation specialist or something, where I would write out like plans, like software plans, software life cycle plans, things like that, technical writing almost. But where I was working, they had testers. They had people who did software testing. What happened is, as they may have needed help, I would just volunteer to do the work. Like, oh, I can help out. Oh, I can help out. So therefore, I learned this new skill set of being a software tester, right? And I say that to say I didn't get hired as a developer initially in this area, and nor did I pursue being a developer. So my developing skills slowly fell by the wayside. And languages became more advanced, you know, updated, blah, 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 new tools, new things, new that I never kept up with. So I'm now a software tester. Now, back then and even today, most software testing is done manually, meaning that you're given a system that has a user interface, something to look at. Like, let's say Facebook. You know how you go on Facebook and you can see everything on Facebook. If I was hired for Facebook as a tester, my job would be to find bugs, to find hacks, to find ways that a user who may not have great intentions with the system may try to go in and hack the system. Where are the vulnerabilities in the system? If Facebook is launching new updates or even a new look or new whatever, before that thing is launched to the public, it's my job to go in and play around with this system and make sure that everything does what it says it's going to do by design, meaning there's a design plan. There's a plan that says that when you hit submit, this is what should happen. If you hit this thumbs up button, this is what should happen. So I have to make sure that all that stuff is happening as it says it's supposed to happen, and to make sure it's not triggering any other thing behind the scenes that may lead to a vulnerability or a leak. Now, sometimes software is released knowing that there's vulnerabilities, but it's my job as a software tester to make sure that I document all of that stuff, and I give my findings to whoever owns the product, whoever that product owner is. I give them a detailed report of my findings, and then it's up to them to decide if they want to invest in fixing it, if they want to patch it, if they want to go ahead and release it and patch it later. That happens a lot, right? And so that's that. Now, in this field, there's also something known as automated testing. Now, everybody says they want automated testers. Now, it's always been my experience, though, that none of the projects that I have been on or been around have actually had the equipment to actually do automated testing. So it's one of those things that's nice to say, but we're not actually equipped to do it. I know I'm telling y'all all the long story. So basically, now I've been where I've been. I don't even know, y'all. I lost count. 2, 3, 4 years. I don't know. But I've been where I've been forever, and we don't do automated testing. We do manual testing. However, they are redesigning my system from scratch, like from the bottom up. And with the redesign, there is no user interface. There's nothing pretty to look at like a Facebook page. You know, there's no graphical user interface. Everything is in code right now. Everything is on the servers, everything is in databases, but there's nothing to look at. So the only way I can test it is through automated testing. So there's no test environment right now. Everything is on the back end. And so now I have to do back end testing. And I've been mandated to do this using a automated software tool, testing tool that I am not familiar with. It's like, boom, here's a tool, use this tool. This is the tool that's going to be approved to be used for us, and you're going to use it. I don't know how to use it. No training came with this. Nobody knows how to use it, not even the other developers. And we're all trying to figure it out. Well, mainly me, because it's my job. But some of the developers are also trying to figure some things out because they needed to kind of test some things that they're doing to see if it's working as designed, as coded. One of the developers even got on the call and was like, "Oh, I tried to figure it out. It's just too complicated to me, so I'm not even bothering." But yeah, it's my job to bother. Now, the problem for me also is I don't have any peers. I am the only tester on my team. Normally, on a different development team, there may be 1 or 2 other testers, and we can all bounce our heads together and figure it out together. But there's nobody for me to figure it out with. There's not a peer that I can say, "Hey, this is what I'm coming up with. How can we solve this?" There's nobody. There's just me, y'all. And this has been so freaking frustrating. In my update where I said a lot of videos weren't coming out, boom, 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 boom. Another reason why videos weren't coming out is because a lot of times I will wake up early in the morning and start editing videos and get videos out, right? My early in the morning time has been designated to going to work, y'all, to try to figure this stuff out, because I have deadlines, and every day I'm in meetings and they're like, "Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?" And half the time I'm like, I'm lost, I'm confused, I'm concerned. So anyways, I've been super frustrated, and I've been like, oh my goodness, how am I going to figure this out? How am I going to learn this? How am I going to do my job? My final deadline is this Friday coming up, y'all. And so that's been that. Because y'all know I think a thing, but I really don't really worry about a thing. I'm not like, oh, I'm so worried. It's like, yo, I put it out there like, yo. And I just put it out there. I do this with everything. Even with this tenant situation. I put it out there, but I don't worry about it. Y'all, I can almost cry. Because I'm so freaking blessed. I am so blessed. I am so loved. I am so favored, and I've always felt like that since I was a child. Like, why last night? Why all throughout the night last night? I was having dreams. I was dreaming solutions. It was like I was in class in my dreams last night for work, and all of these solutions, ideas, aha moments started popping into my brain. Like, even when I would wake up and go back to sleep, it was like, okay, we're gonna continue. Y'all, it is Saturday. It is 11:14 a.m. I am on my way to the office because I feel like I got it figured out, y'all. I am so excited. I'm going to work. I mean, even in my dreams, it told me how to document all of this stuff, how to pass all of this information on to my team leads and product owners and investors in this. It told me how to document it all, how to write it up, what to take screenshots of to attach to the documents. All of this stuff was given to me in my dreams last night. Y'all, where they do this at? Where they do this at? I'm like emotional because it's like, wow. And so, like I said, it's Saturday. I'm on my way to work and I'm going to get this stuff done. Well, not done, because I don't plan on being at work all day. But I'm going to get this stuff started as far as documenting some stuff, getting some more stuff working, like developing some more test cases and everything. All the stuff that my dreams told me. All the stuff that my dreams told me. And I know it's all going to work. And so that's what's happening. And that's why I was like, I didn't feel like I was going to get on camera. So I am not like camera ready. But am I ever? Am I ever? Let's be real. So yeah, y'all. That is my update right now. I had a work struggle. That's no longer a struggle. I can feel it. I may have a tenant struggle. We don't know. We don't know. And I said we don't know because we don't know what's happening on our behalf on the other side. We don't know what's happening. We don't know how God's working it out. But what we do know is it's being worked out. That's what we know. That's what we know. So if we know this, why can I worry? Why can I be stressed? Why can I be in my feelings when we know it's all working out? And when it's all working out, it's all working out for our greater good. Our greater good, guys. So that is it, y'all. That is my chat for today on my way to my office. Thumbs up, guys. Subscribe, guys. And talk to me in the comments below, guys. And I appreciate you all so much. You all are so supportive. You all give me great food for thought. You all are a great sounding board. You all are loved. Until the next video. Peace.